No, I got to lean in.
What's going on, everybody? It is me again, and it is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to Wednesday Night Lives, as Chase calls it. We're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, episode 9. I'm here with Danny, Jamie, and Chase, and y'all already know what it is. It's Wednesday. I don't know who's been drinking on the panel. Hopefully, nobody been drinking like Erika. And it's gonna be a good show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see. Hey, Kyra, maybe I'm not saying it right. Is it Durga? Let me know. Let me know if it's right. Cheryl, Cassie said, I'm still watching the show, but don't want to miss the live. I feel that. We're gonna give you the same thing. So if you wanna, pause this and come back after the show, that's fine. But you may miss out on seeing a few key things. What's up, Sasuke? Nushka, TKC, everybody in the chat, what's going on? It's gonna be a good show. We're talking about, of course, Beverly Hills this episode tonight, but also the recent Beverly Hills versus Dubai drama that's happened over the last week. We didn't do a luncheon lean for it, so it's a good opportunity. Of course, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. As I always say, like this video and like all of our other videos. We're doing Atlanta on Mondays. We're doing Beverly Hills on Wednesdays. Thursdays, Ultimate Girls Trip, and then Married to Medicine will start next Tuesday, hosted by.
It's about time.
I know. So it's gonna be. They finally here, and me and Asia are doing College Hill Celebrities. So there's a lot going on with the channel. Just subscribe. Now, all right. Woo is right.
Wait. What is that viral video? Remember the girl in the gym, the lady in the gym?
Shit, very much so. By the time we done with this year, y'all gonna be looking at the link like, again, but in a good way, because you're gonna have to come and watch it. So yeah,
another lean update. My God, another lean update.
But like this video and subscribe. So let's get into this drama. That, of course, unless you've been living under a rock, you know what's been going on between Lisa Rinna, Beverly Hills, Dubai, all this. I didn't get any screenshots, but I mean, I can talk about it and we can too. But as a quick little explanation of what happened, Lisa Rinna went on her Instagram last week and she posted this exact statement. Oh, I have it right here. She said, we fight on our show. If we fight with Garcelle, we are all of a sudden called a racist. And basically, she tells them, she said, I will express myself when and how I want, and I am not afraid of any of you hoes. And basically, it's called everybody pussy. She said all this on Instagram or Twitter, wherever it was. And so from that, the fans kind of, struck back. I seen a couple of comments that not defended her, but they did feel a way as it relates to the white versus black altercations on the show. But Dubai fired back, specifically Brooks, Ian, and Lisa Milan fired back, basically defending the show because she said to go and otherwise go watch Dubai. Like, go watch Dubai if y'all, because y'all some pussies. And of course, I was wondering, like, what were they going to say? How were they going to take it? But they did pretty good. I will say Ian really came back, and stuck her foot in her and told her, Africa wants their lips back.
From the doctor's table to the desert.
Exactly.
They said, "Well, drag that lady, bitch." Yeah.
She got her. And Twitter, under the post, you can find the post. Just literally Google Rinna versus Dubai. It'll come up because that's really what it was. But I thought
follow me on Twitter and I'll send you the screenshots.
Right, and you may see other stuff, child, on Jamie's Twitter, so be careful.
Hold on now.
You're gonna see more than a screenshot.
You're gonna see more, child, but nonetheless, it's all good for you.
If that's your kind of thing, follow me.
But nonetheless, I want to get y'all thoughts on this whole back and forth. I don't want to go too far into it and like what happened. You can Google it and find it. But basically, Rinna has been under fire. I think Brooks even said, basically to where she seemed like she was losing her job. Like, you're boring, nothing going on. And Lisa was like, girl, it's hot over here in Dubai. You don't want this heat. So I have not caught up on Dubai. But Rinna's response to all of this was that, in other words, I'm glad y'all keeping the same energy and bring it to y'all show. Because y'all show, she said y'all show it is boring. And I was like, ooh. What are y'all thoughts, Danny? Go ahead first.
Well, no. So here's the thing. when Rinna made her very first statement,
Okay.
I was kind of okay with it, because sometimes with these casts, when you just have one black woman randomly thrown in, I do feel that sometimes we don't get genuine interaction, because I feel like a lot of the white women, they tiptoe and walk around on eggshells because they might be afraid to be seen, seen in a certain light. However, when her second post came, girl, you just showed that that was like blatant to me. Like, basically, if you colors don't want to see me go at Garcelle, go watch Dubai. That's how I felt she acted.
Okay.
And then if I'm Bravo, they ain't got no white women over there.
But if I'm also Bravo, I'm like, so you telling people not to watch your show, watch Beverly Hills no more? You're telling them to go watch, another show too? Like, girl,
we've never really seen. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never really seen a franchise kind of go at it in this capacity. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's just Rinna versus them, because the other Beverly Hills ladies are not. They haven't said anything. They're kind of quiet. I mean, I guess that's probably smart. But Lisa don't care. Obviously, she also, her lips gonna always tell the truth, according to her. Go ahead, Danny.
No, I was about to say, and back to what I first said, that I was okay with the statement. I want to be clear though that Rinna never have been the messenger to make that statement.
Correct.
Rinna should have never been a messenger for anybody.
Especially after what she said allegedly last year at the reunion, was that this show, well, she already kind of spoke on this. And I mean, Garcelle mentioned it, so it really brings more light to it that Garcelle was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? That she doesn't really want to race on this show. Go ahead, Chase.
Listen, I know a lot of people feel that, they don't like the integrating of the cast, and I hear y'all. But literally all these black women are doing is showing up to set. You get what I'm saying? So, keep integrating them. We need to see us in those spaces. We need for people to see Garcelle buy a beach house. Like, you don't understand, for certain people who that is not attainable for or attainable to in their mind, to watch it and see it. It is something that they can achieve and be and do and all of those things. And I think that it is very important that they continue to integrate these casts. And as we integrate these casts, we weed in the good ones and we weed out the bad ones. I mean, listen, Rinna's slip is just completely shown. It's just out all in the open. And as far as I'm concerned, the bitch can burn in hell.
My audio cut out. I didn't hear that last part.
I want to like the match for you, Chase. I like the match.
Then you got anything to add for the extra episode?
Well, I want to say the race conversation got brought up because Dirty Diana posted a comment initially that Rinna defended. So after Garcelle went on Watch What Happens Live and said that Diana's a liar and said whatever she said on Watch What Happens Live, Diana brought up, you should know better. I work with 100% black charities and I give money. And so the fans attacked her. Rinna rolled up and said, oh, well, when you have receipts, you need to show them, basically defending her. And that's what started the race conversation, because you already had that faux pas 7 days ago where you said black content creators must suck to be a black content creator. And then in this newest post, she tags Crystal and said, Crystal's not a liar. Everything she said is true. Crystal ain't said a damn peep. Crystal learned. And so I think these women, while Rinna is so quick to defend and say, we're not racist, in the same breath, she's not realizing the optics that come along with telling a black woman she should be grateful for the charity that you do for black women. Like, it's just these optics grateful. Of how it's the optics that these women don't understand. And this is what we talk about when we talk about microaggressions. Like, you didn't call anybody a racial slur, but the way that you're interacting with people and doing things behind the scenes, it's icky. It's very, very gross. And then, of course, her responses after that just steamrolled into it. So my thing is, sooner or later, I've said this before, Garcelle and Sutton really don't have to do a whole lot because these bitches are about to hang themselves. Like, give them enough rope and they're going to just hang themselves and make themselves look stupid. And they're doing it. The more Rinna runs her mouth, the worse that she looks. Diana had the right idea by not commenting anymore on that post.
Okay. Okay. So let's move into this week's episode, because there's a lot that happened. We got a lot to cover, of course. At first, I had to work tonight, but I ain't got to work, so I got time. I got time. So last week we left off with episode 8 at Garcelle's party. The last thing that was happening, of course, Sutton and Diana and Kyle were off to the side, and then you had drunk Erika and Dorit over here to the side. You know, Garcelle dropped the bomb that what's her name wasn't coming to the party. What's her name? The girl?
Lips.
Diana. Not Lips. Vocal.
Last week, she remember Erika was like, "I told you so." What's her name? Denise.
Oh, Denise.
Yeah,
Richards.
she dropped the bomb and said she wasn't coming, so that happened. So this week we pick up again with Kyle, Sutton, and Diana. And this conversation, I'm really curious how long this conversation went on, because first of all, to have any conversation with Diana seems to be very boring. Very boring. You can't understand her, and I don't care. I don't know if it's she uneducated, as Garcelle said, the accent, or she just can't enunciate what she wants to say, but she's not a good person to talk to. I don't know how Sutton and Kyle sat there for that long in that scene. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing. So, you know, Kyle basically comes at Sutton for calling Diana soulless. She feels like of all the things that happened in this whole back and forth, that's the worst thing that could happen. That's Kyle. And so, you know, Sutton kind of ignores her, which she does a good job at sometimes, and basically turns to Diana and is like, listen, you know, I understand, I'm very empathetic to what she went through. She touches her, Diana says, don't touch me. And then she says, I've had 2 miscarriages too. And Kyle goes, wait a minute, I didn't know that. Like, in other words, questioning whether or not, instead of just saying like, I didn't know, which really was not even valuable at all at that time either. But instead of doing that, she basically questioned whether or not she actually had a miscarriage. Not 1, not 2, just in general. And so from this moment, Sutton, she kind of has a moment to where she was like, you know what, I'm going to give you the real me. And she starts crying like, this is the real Sutton that we know.
Here we go.
And, you know, from that point, Kyle, you know, is kind of, to me, I'm going to say Kyle is kind of making the situation worse. I feel like had it just been them two, but the fact that you got Sutton in the middle arguing with Diana, now arguing with Kyle, it just looks like it wasn't a gang up, but it seemed very much so like, Kyle, why are you here? But in the moment, I don't know if y'all saw it. Did y'all see Kyle kind of hit Sutton? Because if you look closely,
she was grabbing her.
She had a bruise on her arm.
I was looking for it this time.
No, I took a picture. She had I'm just, you know,
it was
Sutton
a pretty sizable
her
bruise.
Age. She bruised easy probably, but she had a on her arm. And it was just a lot. And so, you know, from this moment, Diana is not really receptive. Sutton turns back to her and tells her, you're a motherfucker. And, you know, they kind of talk a little bit. They try to talk. You know, she kind of shushes Crystal down, Kyle for a little bit. And Sutton and Diana end up giving this weird fake-ass hug that I'm just like, I don't understand why Sutton does this bullshit. But this is not the big Sutton that I want to see. Starting with you, hey, what is your thoughts on this whole scene, this whole fiasco?
You said started with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, this whole episode was like a Kyle takedown episode. I hate that fucking bitch. You need to keep your hands to yourself. You need to stay out of women's business, and you need to get you some of your own, okay? I do not like this woman. You know, you mentioned earlier that you think Diana is a boring combo, and I would just be like, listen, like in the conversation with her, count how many times she licks her lips. Like, I probably wouldn't be listening. I'm like 300 lips on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hate her, and I fucking hate Kyle. I think that someone in the comments debated that it was not a bruise, but it was lipstick. Either way it goes, this is like I think this is the 3rd time Kyle has put her hands on another castmate.
Lipstick? Who said that?
I don't know the person, but it's in the comments. They said they thought it was lipstick or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, she's put her hands on Kim. She's put her hands on Brandy, and Brandy hemmed up and threw her ass across the room. And now she's beating up poor little defenseless Sutton. Like, who the fuck?
Brittle Sutton. Brittle bone Sutton.
Vagabond Sutton. You know, she can barely stand up on those legs, and now you're trying to take her arms. Like, I just wish that Kyle would have like got her drunk ass and moved. I'm over Kyle. I see why she wants to quit. She was on the press before the season came out saying that she was thinking that this season may be her last, and this episode definitely is why she wants to quit. She's a horrible piece of trash. Go ahead, y'all. I don't like that bitch. I want to fight. Like, I'm that angry.
I love you. I have never I've never loved you more than I love you right now.
Yeah, Jamie, go ahead and
turn
it around. Go ahead and turn around.
Give me a hug.
Your love for Kyle.
I love it.
Kyle, Jamie.
Listen. We've commented on fights. We've commented on fights across franchises on the show before, and we've all kind of said like, "Yo, violence isn't the answer, but sometimes a bitch needs to get hit. Sometimes you got to put your hands on somebody." Baby, Sutton was minding her damn business and talking to Diana. You rolled up on a conversation, and even then she was trying to deflect you. So for you to like physically grab her and try to redirect that energy to you, you wanted the reaction that you got. And this is the thing I hate about Sutton. Like, one, Sutton got some big balls because she was a little bit tipsy and she rolled up on her. But Sutton trips herself up if she starts talking too much. And so I really wish Kyle would have walked away when Sutton told her, "Hey, I don't need you right now." Because the more that Sutton started talking, her whole argument she was rambling. It was incoherent. She flustered her damn self and started crying. And that's when I was like, oh, abort. This ain't going the way we want it to go. And then Sutton's just so fucking nice. She can't stand for people to be mad at her. So it's going to be a hug and an apology. And I'm like, you just got beat up, girl. And now you apologize to some other girl.
Did you see her? She kind of moved back, and it was just like a tussle. But that scene was a little awkward to me. The whole thing, I just felt like it definitely became a gang. It became the same thing that Diana was coming at Garcelle and Sutton about earlier, about how they had to be with each other, even though that's not her close friend, Diana and Kyle. But Kyle clearly, once again, is showing Sutton that she is not her friend. She is not her friend.
Oh my God.
It's awful. Go ahead, Danny.
I'm just going to say I need to start listening to Chase a little more. Every single time I try to give some grace, Chase says, "Ew, why are you doing that?" And I said, I'm enjoying Kyle this season. And then here comes this bitch of a train wreck showing us exactly that she's been who we have always said.
I have always hated her. For the record.
And Chase is right. I think she does want to go out because she knows if she doesn't end this soon, she's going to end up being hated by the whole world. Yeah. And then Sutton, I'm actually was pissed with her in this scene because by the end, she was practically begging Diana to listen to her and like her. And that was pissing me off.
Yeah. That energy she had when she said, "You're a soulless person and fuck off," and she tried to get up, I would have ended there. Because I would have said, "That's it.
I gotta go.
It didn't help. It just made so... You know, as me and Chase said, we almost agreed last week, you know, Diana was kind of whooping her ass. And then you know, Sutton came back and Garcelle, they finished her off, you know, in Chase and I's opinion. But then I feel like she kind of got beat up again. Like,
by another girl.
Because she's arguing, you know, she's arguing with Kyle, but Diana's on the side, you know, I didn't ask you for shit. You know, it's just adding to it. So it really wasn't making it better. You know what I'm saying?
Diana pissed me off in that scene too. She's sitting back there like smug and making these weird faces when Sutton's trying to like, I want to try to like engage with you, and I was trying to like make a connection, and she's like, "Oh, for real? It's what we doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not doing this."
Don't do that. You told me that.
She sounds like Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle, and I'm not gonna fucking take
it. She looks like Bullwinkle.
And she looks like Bullwinkle.
That fucking fruit by the foot, long ass tongue in that fucking mouth. I'm sick of this bitch. And furthermore, you know what? I know that we like to call Sutton Big Sut. But right now, when you say BS, Big Sut, you're gonna have to add the IT in training. She got the A, but she ain't got the B right now.
Yeah, you're right.
You got the B, but you ain't got the S. Because you know, I was like, is she?
We were so close.
Right.
It looks like she's back next week. It looks like she's back next week, where she said, "Oh, you're a fake" or whatever. She's back. She just maybe lay off the liquor while we try to read somebody's Sutton. You're not there yet. That's elevated.
Chase Nuska said, "Yes, Daddy, finally you're on the right side. Thank you, Chase, for your wisdom." Another comment too I want to mention from where'd it go? I think it was.
So wait, Nuska, when I haven't been on the right
side.
Oh,
it was Yajima. Yajima said that basically Sutton. Someone else said it too. That Sutton was kind of hurt. Was more so crying because she was hurt by Kyle's comments.
I can see that. Yeah,
that may be it.
We don't care. She was still crying. She's supposed to suck it up and wait till she get off camera and get the crying. I'm crying.
Yes. Go to the bathroom.
I couldn't wear my shirt because I was gonna wear it, But when I saw that part, I said, take this damn
well,
shirt.
You might well go ahead and add it. Make another one and add IT, Big Sut, in training.
She should have mushed Kyle as she walked away.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my God. Really quickly, we move on. I want to mention really quickly that we have 113 people watching right now, which is like an all-time high. For the link.
Too.
So shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Make sure you hit that like button though and subscribe to the channel. We're here every Wednesday. So
I really wish before we change, I wish that Sutton would have pulled a Contessa and grabbed her and said, "Can you stop touching me? You can.
You will
stop touching me." That's it.
No, you ain't gonna do that because you ain't gonna use no scene where she tried to chop my girl. Do another one. Pick another scene.
Nope, it's Contessa.
All right, so let's talk about this next part. I ain't gonna go into the whole thing, but basically, Dorit, Erika over there, Erika's drunk, Erika's flirting with Oliver, ill or whatever. But I will say kudos to him for holding it together because if I was him, I would have been like, it would have showed on my face like, girl, I don't want to talk to you.
I know it would have.
But Garcelle, yeah, my face would have been like, girl, get
I would have went over there.
Well,
I would have told her to get the fuck out of here.
It wasn't flirting. Like she had her legs up in the air, legs to the moon. It was like full-on sexual harassment. It wasn't flirting. She's like, I'm going to fuck you and your wife. We going to have a threesome.
It was very cringy. After a while, it was like, okay, but it gave like, this white lady is trying to get me. That's what I said.
You want to capture me. She's trying to capture me.
You want to fuck?
Yeah,
exactly.
You want to?
Ain't no telling where the hand was doing behind Dorit.
Oh.
Well,
I think
Oliver says Oliver liked it. You think he liked it?
He liked a little bit.
He would have taken her up on it.
Oh, I don't think so. We're not going to do that to Mr. Oliver.
Okay, so the big part about this whole scene was that the younger son, Jax, 14, comes over getting the flowers with Crystal, and immediately Erika meets him with get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here, whatever. And Crystal, Crystal looks a little like, she looks actually like, what the fuck? And she kind of grabs him and kind of like, come on, baby, let's go. It's very, come on, baby, let's go. Because, and Dorit is slightly gagged, but she's not gagged to the point that I thought she would be, considering that she is so about the kids. And so I wanted to ask y'all, so after that, the younger one goes over and tells his mom. Jax goes and tells Garcelle. Garcelle comes over, and the way she walks up, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Garcelle was about to go over there and go out. But when she got over there, I don't think she exceeded my expectations. But what are y'all thoughts? Do y'all think that? There's a poll right now in the comments. Do you guys think that Erika was out of line? One, and do you think that Garcelle should have handled her on the spot? Danny,
she was definitely out of line. Okay. Garcelle should have handled her on the spot a lot more than she did. And three, I feel like Crystal walked them over there. Crystal should have checked Erika too, because honestly, if that was Sutton who had said that to somebody, a kid that Crystal walked over there, Crystal would have went off. But because she wants to be so accepted by Erika and her crew, she didn't say shit to her.
She almost did. If you caught it, she said,
almost doesn't count.
She said, don't speak, and then she cut herself off, and that pissed me off. Because I was like, if that had been anybody else, you would have said, don't speak to him like that.
No,
but it was Dorit.
If it would have been Sutton.
But because it was Dorit and Erika, she caught herself, and that's when she said, let's go. Don't listen to these ladies.
And then Dorit says, I'm mortified. Yeah. I'm horrified. But then laughs about it later. Girl.
At this point, I'm just going to be honest with you. At this point, I am thoroughly convinced, and no one convinced me otherwise, that when they came up with this Fox Force 5 shit, that Dorit signed a contract and took a monetary exchange for her loyalty to Kyle, because this makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like, even if you agree or you don't agree, if you are a real housewife and you're on your last leg and people don't want to hear about that fucking robbery that PK orchestrated, allegedly, I don't know if he did it. You would say, that would be an issue for you. You would create an issue and you would move forward with the rest of your season. Hey, girlfriend, don't talk to that lady's son like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she should have definitely checked her more in the moment, because as we see later on in the episode, there's a deleted scene of Crystal. Thank God. What is the lady? Erika still didn't get it. Erika still did not get it. And this is something that, as we see, please don't make any mistake about what I'm correlating and what I'm saying. I want to be clear. This is yet another illustration of how people don't view black boys as black boys. They view them as adults. Because you're talking to them like you're drunk, and come here and bring me another fucking whiskey. Like, he doesn't even know you. He's got 12 aunties and you're not one of them, okay?
I would need to hear Erika say boy at the end of that.
Oh, she did not say no boy. She said boy.
Actually, that's all I was missing.
Don't get Chase started now.
No.
Chase Luther King. Chase Luther King. Bring it on down.
No, I'm good. My last point before I leave, but that is just another illustration. I'm not going to go ahead and get too deep into that, but they don't view black children as children. They view them as adults. They try them as adults. All of that kind of stuff. However, Garcelle, you are such a fucking letdown. And let me tell you why. You know what? You're not a letdown for me because I've always known you're not that bitch. You want to know what? You want to let you know why you're not that bitch? Because you said she did not say that to you. And she walks over and then she says, excuse me, Erika, can I just talk to you for a quick moment?
She did not do that.
Oh, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did.
I feel like
she didn't go as hard.
Let me say this. I feel
you're supposed to rain on that man you're supposed to rain on Erika like a Georgia thunderstorm. Go ahead.
So where I think she dropped the ball, we skipping around, is that to me it came off. I think she was upset, but she made it so much more about the show when she decided to have the conversation to her in front of all the girls. And so where I think honestly, whether it been a one-on-one or even when she first gets to the place, I think that would have made it more impactful. But clearly, how she's going to do it in front of all the girls and the way that she does it, it doesn't seem like she makes an example out of Erika to where it should happen. You know what I'm saying? I think she's kind of letting it down because now it's going to seem like others can do that. And like I saw a comment, they do lack a lot of cultural awareness. And I think he even mentioned that they need diversity training because honestly, nobody should have been okay with it. I see people in the comments saying that, Crystal gets a pass for taking them out and the seems embarrassed. But realistically, did they do enough?
Yeah. No. That's at the end of the day, it's a child.
Yeah.
It's a child regardless if he's 13, if he's 3, if he's 16. Hell, he could be 17 years old. That boy literally walked up, grabbed flowers, minding his fucking business. He was a kid. And for you to open your mouth and cuss him out because and I understand. Here's the thing. I have fully accepted Garcelle is never going to be the Garcelle that put her husband on blast 15 years ago and drug him out and air him out. I think now that she has kids that are aware of that, I think she is much more aware of the example that she has to set for them. So I'm going to give her a pass. She can react however she wants to react. That's great. Would I have liked her to cuss Erika clean the fuck out? Absolutely. But there were also other guests that were there. The party was still going on. I think that okay, this is not what I'm going to do. But if you guys remember while they were filming, in the middle of filming, Garcelle and Erika had a falling out where Garcelle was very public on, I'm not speaking to that bitch. We aren't good. And seeing this is probably the situation where she's like, all right, I'm going to film with you on the show because I have to. But that's all that we're doing. Yeah. And I agree with you, Chase. When I saw that, the fact that Erika made the excuse of, oh, well, I thought he was 15. Baby, that is still a minor. Regardless if it's 15, 13, 14, 16, that is a minor child who can't drive by himself, who can't vote, who can't drink, who can't, consent to sexual activity. That is a minor child. So that excuse didn't hold water for me. And I was really disappointed that nobody checked her very quickly.
Yeah. Also, that's the thing. I'm sorry, Danny. You want to things like that. You want to check it in the moment or try to, nip in the bud because when you let time go by, you give people the opportunity to get their mind and what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Things like that needs to be like nipped in the bud. And I think that's where, I don't expect her to be like, oh, hell no, not my son. But I do think she could have done a little more. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I see a lot of comments, people saying that Garcelle has a reputation to think of, businesses, this, that, and the third. But it's funny to me how those excuses and reasons are never given to the white women. They never have to worry about an image to maintain or anything like that. And all I would have seen if Garcelle would have went off was a lady defending her child against a drunken adult who acted a damn fool. That's it.
But we know that's not how it would have been interpreted. Because we see other shows where black women.
This time, I don't know. I think it would have been interpreted.
I mean, we look at black women who defend their husbands on other shows as, okay, she didn't have to take it there. She didn't have to get this loud. She doesn't have to whatever. Like, I just think in this instance, no matter what she would have done, there would have been some people who thought she handled it great and some people who thought she would have handled it wrong. Because even on the blogs, during all of this Lisa Rinna shit the last 2 days, and when that clip came out yesterday, they're saying, well, she was drunk. She certainly wasn't in the wrong, but it was a slip up. And she was joking. She was just saying, oh, exactly. Sure. You're in the wrong. There is no in the wrong, but you're in the wrong. If you can't handle your liquor and don't know how to talk to folk.
You don't have an established relationship with these children to even talk to them like that.
Barely have an established relationship with the mama.
With the mother. I don't understand, like, what, when she's saying, get the fuck out of here, like,
I knew what she was trying to do.
She was trying to say your mom,
and you're on camera. We're filming. You know, the kids can't be around.
Right. Okay. So I get that.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was pertaining to the older son, because Garcelle was like, let's go, while Erika was trying to talk to him, and so Garcelle picked up her son and was like, let's go, and ushered him out. I was thinking that Erika thought she was being coy, like, oh, get the fuck out of here, you're gonna get in trouble. Like, your mom's leaving. That's what I took it at. And even still, I was like, girl, he's literally getting flowers. He's going to be gone in 3 seconds. Like,
we're going to come back. Let's go come back and let's move, because we got like a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, while we're talking about this.
Fuck Erika.
How do we feel about Kyle, Dorit, Mauricio, and PK finding it entertaining that she said? So, you know, Kyle says, you know, it's funny, but it's not funny. You know, Mauricio says, I'm glad she did that. But here's the thing. What they're trying to say, Erika's been so boring. She's been so cold. It's good to see her have fun. But what kind of fun is that at the expense of somebody else's child? I don't really understand that. I find it to be kind of like weird that they all think that. And Kyle has been under fire since that clip came out. You know what I'm saying? At that. So what are y'all thoughts on that?
If anybody had called one of Kyle and Mauricio's daughters a little bitch or told him to fuck off, Kyle would be in hysterics. Screaming, crying. Mauricio would, you know, Dorit would be inconsolable if someone talked about Jiggy. So, like, I'm just.
Do you think that she's inconsolable? Because, baby, I'll tell you this, and I want to say this. I don't want to speak for anyone on this panel, but I do not agree with the way they laid that lady children out, baby. They laid Dorito children out.
That wasn't cute. That wasn't cute.
But you set yourself up for the same type of judgment and lack of judgment that you give to others. You set yourself up for that. I'm sorry.
And you know, it's funny to me. You know how we say everything isn't racist?
Yeah.
That felt racist to me, though.
It was right. God damn. I just
Chase Luther King.
I'm not, but I just, you know what? No, I need to hear someone else say it.
No, I agree. It was weird. Like, I don't like, regardless, black, white, whatever child, like, none of them found any kind of wrong with that. Like, they were so focused on this woman having a good time. Honestly, you know what I felt like it was? I felt like it was, girl, y'all, last time we wore that lady out. So now we got to make it up to her. You know, remember last year they all were laughing.
They wore that lady out.
And so they were like, you know, we got to reverse it and let her know that we on her side now. They
definitely wore out.
I had that thought, Cortez.
Because I don't think that any of them, I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't think they feel that way. I find it hard to believe. Well, Dorit definitely, but Dorit got the black color hip, so she talked to her staff like that anyway. We know that they already said that. She said it last season. So yeah, it was just it was a weird scene that nobody found any issue with it. But I want to get y'all thoughts. I see people.
It was a reading scene.
I don't understand how their excuse was the reason we're excusing Erika doing this is because she was so drunk and it was so funny, her reaction, yet I didn't see any of them making fun of Erika being drunk. They weren't recounting how she was flirting with legs up in the air. They weren't recounting how she was slurring her words or falling over. The only thing they were laughing at was she told a little boy to go fuck off. And now I don't know if I would be calm if it was my kid, but it's funny because she's having fun. And I'm like, that's right. Odd to me.
It is. So many other instances they could have pointed out of Erika having fun.
Because I was laughing until she said that. I was dying until she said that.
Exactly. But
it was a redo scene, as you guys called it. It was a redo scene from last season. But once again, they missed the mark. And you know what? This is the Kyle that finally the lunatic has come out. And Bethany Frankel's words, like, this is the Kyle that has always been there. This is why we don't like you, bitch.
Well, she's had instances where she's done this shit. She's done damage control in the last couple of seasons to get over.
This year, we're not having it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to say very briefly for anyone who, you know, feels like I make everything about race or hops or anything, you know, about race that I have to say, these are my opinions. I am one of four, okay? It is 4 horsemen up here. If you don't like Ric Flair, you might like R. Anderson. You don't like R. Anderson, you might like Cully Black. I don't give a damn what you got to say. This is what I have to say. Okay.
I want to go one episode though, Chase, without you talking about WCW wrestling. Please, just one episode.
I'm never going to do it. It's never going to happen.
Is that something you want?
I moved to Atlanta because World Championship Wrestling was
also, Cortez, it's 195 watching now.
I see. The numbers is going up, Chad. I'm just like, I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Shout out to everybody. You said shout out to everybody that's watching right now. It seems like we have, of course, of our regular viewers and fans that watch, but also I'm seeing a lot of new individuals. So welcome, and if you're here, go ahead and hit that like button. I know y'all see Antonio, Demisio, Jasmine, Sammy, all of our lead in the chat, telling y'all to like this video. Like the video. Keep us in the algorithm because obviously that's how you found us today. So yeah. Keep that
like
going.
The video, go leave a hateful comment.
To tell a friend that Chase Luther King is on this panel, and you going.
And this is the live show on Wednesday night, baby. This is Wednesday Night Live, but we have to keep it going for people.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to we skipped around. This thing happened later, but it doesn't matter. Let's talk about the Kyle and Sutton dinner while we're on the Kyle hate train right now. So you know they have a dinner, and you know basically Sutton tells Kyle, you weren't really a part of the whole conversation. You came in halfway. Like, I didn't even get a chance to finish what I was trying to say to Diana before you came in or whatever. And, you know, Kyle, you know, she also says that Kyle said that it was a little harsh, but she does apologize. And it seems like she tries, instead of just apologizing, she tries to make it seem like Sutton just can't stop talking. Instead of just listening, you know, she tries to talk. And which, honestly, do you think Sutton is hard to talk to? Do y'all think she's hard to talk to in a conversation?
I don't. She wasn't trying to hear Kyle's bullshit.
She seems more receptive than others than on the cast.
Here's the thing. Kyle think. Well, see, I can identify with Sutton because I sometimes. I have no idea. I sometimes.
That's my laptop chat.
I'm talking about Jamie.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Sutton talks a lot, and it takes her a little bit of time to get to her point, so I can understand that. But the thing that Kyle doesn't realize is Kyle has done this season over season. In the middle of arguments, Kyle will say, well, I want to apologize for blah, 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 so she can shut it down. Kyle doesn't like to be dragged. And baby, I don't need your apology. Shut up. You were wrong. Sutton didn't ask for the apology. Sutton didn't care for an apology. Yeah. Sutton literally said, you were kind of a shitty person for saying that, and I didn't like it. That's the big stuff that I was like, all right, got your big girl panties on. Kyle doesn't like having her feet held to the fire, so fuck her. And that nasty-ass orange-colored pasta she was eating.
So listen to this. So the reason why Kyle explains herself with the whole miscarriage comment. She says that in the moment, she felt like Sutton was using miscarriage as to try to one-up Diana. Do you think did you get that when you first heard it? Like, how do y'all know?
That was not the tone that Sutton was saying.
Yeah, that's the tone.
And Kyle tiptoed around it, and she almost said it when she said, well, yeah, I understand that now, but when I walked up, what she should have said was, you're right, I walked up on a conversation, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I embarrassed myself. So I should have minded my fucking business. I should have left when Garcelle.
I agree.
But she's still justifying, well, I was still trying to do like, girl, you walked in 5 minutes into a conversation. What are you there for?
That conversation would have went different if Diana didn't have an audience than Kyle.
Absolutely. Kyle gassed her the fuck up.
Yeah, I want Sutton to realize the girl. And, you know, the scene ended with them, like, hugging and just, like, having... I want to, like, that kind of friendship that I guess they're portraying in this scene, it exists. But I think Sutton needs to know that Kyle is not that friend for her. Like, Kyle is going to take everybody's side against Sutton unless it's race related. Clearly, that's the only time Kyle ever stood up for Sutton was with the whole dark comment that was allegedly said last year. So That's the here.
Like if she was so concerned about, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. She didn't even ask, when did this happen? I am so sorry to hear about that. That's crazy. I never would have known you went through that. It was, let me apologize to you, please. Like, oh, girl, move. I don't need it.
Yeah. Sorry.
And was it me, or did Kyle look like she was going to grab her again at the table? I was like, oh, bitch, you better keep your hands to yourself. I know you better not do that. I know you. I'm trying to apologize to you. Oh, no, you better not do that. You better not do that.
Chase, please.
Do y'all think that Sutton will ever cut Kyle off?
No.
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
You notice each one-on-one that they have, Sutton seems more and more annoyed.
She does. I agree.
Her patience seems much like this is the first time it felt like her patience was like thin with her. Like, hey, I didn't even ask you to apologize. We gonna eat or what? Like, I don't want to. Like, what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care. Let's just move forward.
I agree with this comment. Even if you didn't believe her, why would you say that out loud? I completely agree. That's a real friend's gonna, ask you like, girl, you had a miscarriage? You ain't tell me. Like, you ain't gonna just be like, what you mean you had a miscarriage? Like, that makes it look even more disingenuous for your friendship. It's just not a good look. So Kyle, it's not a lady's friend. Yeah. Okay.
There's an APB out on Indigo in the comments.
What happened? Indigo is here?
No, we all looking for her.
Indigo, I've seen Indigo in the comments for college. I haven't seen her for Beverly Hills. But yeah. Indigo, if you're in the chat, what's up? Let us know you're here.
Well, I miss Indigo.
Yes, it is 200. It was 213. Now it's 210.
It was 215.
Right now, this is really great. I will let y'all know. Like, this channel has never had over 88 people up until today. So I don't know if Beverly Hills is bringing the ratings in general, but shout out to everybody that's watching right now. We're really grateful and appreciative. But be sure to like this video and subscribe. Go ahead and give us those subscribes. I should see at least 213 likes when I finish this live.
Okay.
But there are some haters. Speaking of haters,
they in the comments right now. Go ahead.
No, not in the comments at all. There was in the chat right now. Let us know how y'all feel about four men talking about the Housewives franchise. So we had a troll come in the comments recently, and the troll basically said to us that we must have too much hormonal chicken. Because why are four men discussing a housewives show of all women?
They said we're not the demographic.
He said we're not the demographic.
We are the demographic. We built that network, bitch.
I want to get y'all thoughts in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about that. Like, do y'all think that we should not be talking about this show? It's not going to change. We're going to talk about it. But she did say that. And yes, that was mean, but you know that we said something even meaner. And then she deleted
the comment. Because I went back to look and see if anybody else was dragging her, and the comment got deleted. I said, I know Cortez didn't moderate these comments.
Everybody on this panel, we have two female co-hosts. Everybody else is male. Everybody else is gay. I'm sorry if I let anybody out. But we are all respectable, I feel, and we're talking about a show. So don't take anything personal. It's all good. It's all about the show. All right, so let's get into this last little part.
Wait, one thing really quickly, Cortez. I just want to say that you created this channel because who likes these stories and these shows? You, right? And it just resonated. We have videos that hit over 2,000 and 3,000. There's a video that's 6,000. We have over 200 people in this room tonight. So obviously, somebody like it. Go ahead. I just want to say
I will say, you created this because a bulk of the people online right now who are doing these types of reviews are white gay males or white females. So you created an audience for a different demographic to be able to come and engage in that. So we do it over here.
Was Lisa Rinna
like Tammy said, that troll told us to shut our gay asses up.
And what we did.
They said that was Lisa Rinna under a troll page.
It was very Lisa Rinna.
It was Diana.
Actually, it was homophobic slurs, so it was probably Kathy Hilton.
No, I think it was not.
We all know that. We all know that, baby. We all know that.
All right, let's get back to the show. Before we get back to the show real quick, shout out to Effie. It's been a minute, but I'm back. I love that you guys did it. So it has been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you. I'm glad you were able to catch the live today, too. Shout out to that for the super chat. All right, so let's move on to this next scene because we got a little bit more to go before we let these callers on. But it's a good episode. Obviously, everyone's watching, so we'll keep it going if as long as you guys are. But if it might leave, Danny, let me know. So the next event is Sutton's luncheon, but before the luncheon, there was a little sit down between Diana and Rinna. Now, Rinna was not at the event, so you knew that she was going to make it her business to find out the tea because she really wanted to be there. I'm sure she did, but knowing that didn't want to be there, she probably was like, "Eh." So the conversation, they start talking about Lois, and that seems to be Rinna's crutch, especially in real time, because the drama that we talked about earlier, where the Rinna versus Dubai, she kind of mentioned about Lois and how she's been having dark times and stuff like that. And that's just not fair to Lois because Lois is actually very likable. Rinna, you're just not. But
okay, go to therapy. Get off Twitter and go to therapy, girl.
Please.
You have the money.
But at the conversation between Diana and Rinna, basically, what's her name? Diana tells Rinna about the conversation with Sutton. She says that she approached her and she called her soulless. She called her motherfucker. She mentions everything that Sutton said. She doesn't mention anything that she says about her being boring, really boring, and anything else. So that's understandable. And she talks about the miscarriage and says that Sutton used the miscarriage to battle her and one up her in the conversation. She said that Sutton did not even check on her and didn't ask her anything about how was she feeling. She went straight into going in. So just before we move to the final scene, what did y'all think about this conversation between Diana and Rinna? Because it almost seems like Diana is kind of reporting back to her boss. That's what the scene gives to me. Like, girl, let me tell you what she did to me, and it makes sense seeing the final scene.
Absolutely. I mean, we knew Rinna was going to do this. We knew Rinna was the one. We said it. I think it was you, Chase, or maybe it was you, Danny. Rinna's called her before that show and said, "I'm not going to be there, but this is the shit you need to say. Here's the stuff you need to do. This is going to boss them up." Like, it was one of those situations where there was no context given, and it made it sound like Sutton walked up on her and started cussing her the fuck out. Yes, Sutton walked up on you, asking, "Why the fuck are you here? Because weren't you just on bed rest?" But the context of it was you were rude as fuck in a text unprovoked. So and the fact that Rinna sat there gleefully laughing, I can't believe she would say that. Oh, girl, her and that little Walter Mercado wig have got to get the fuck off my TV screen ASAP.
And the makeup.
And the makeup.
And the lips.
So here's my thing. Again, when Lisa Rinna asked about how Garcelle's party was, that also felt racist.
Diana said
she did say it was nice. It was fun. I thought she was going to be
contrary to what she said. That it's boring.
Well, that's true.
Last week she walked in and said, "Oh, it's very empty."
But here's the thing: two things. Rinna keeps talking about Lois, but this is the same Rinna we got when Lois was alive, so I'm confused. You're not acting out. This is the same person. And number two, the only part that I really remember about the scene is laughing at Dirty Diana when she said that, Sutton calling her a motherfucker, what it really translated to her literally was, I laughed at that. That's all I remember. It was boring.
I'm hollering this comment right now. I just stumbled in here, and Latin Daddy, who was just talking, is fine.
Hey,
you got the same wig I got. You got the same eyes I got.
Chase, did you want to add anything to this conversation before we move to the final scene?
Jamie is definitely a hot Latin daddy.
Allegedly.
That's it. That was the.
All right.
Honestly, what I was gonna say, Rinna coming in like, "Oh, what happened at the party?" Like, bitch, you don't fucking know what happened at that party, number one. And bitch, do you really care, number two? You're trying to see if your minion carried out your orders and went for Sutton. And for Diana to act like she was just so attacked at this party, like she didn't bring a fuck you gift, a thank you, fuck you for inviting me with that freaking book. You brought a book to the party, the sex book or whatever it's called. You did a lot of things too that either they cut out of the scene or you just didn't mention. And so for you to admit what you did is also lying. So not only you're a racist, but you're a liar.
Okay.
Oh, that's that.
All right, so we get to this last scene of the luncheon and Sutton's luncheon event. And first of all, it's raining. I'm like, oh shit, it don't rain often in LA, but I mean, it does rain. And this lady, instead of moving the event inside, she is keeping the event outside in the mud. And I'm like, Sutton, girl. But hey, only because it's Beverly Hills they went here, I would have probably changed it. Would y'all have changed it to inside, or would y'all have kept it outside?
I would have changed. I wouldn't have ate outside. I would have went home.
Yeah,
I would have asked my friends Garcelle and Cherie to come in and eat inside, and the rest of those whores can stay outside at the table with the dogs.
Before that, we get to see Cherie again. Cherie and Garcelle having this conversation, and I'm enjoying Cherie, you know. And Garcelle basically tells her that she is not drinking a lot today. She's trying to stay in her clear mind because she basically gotta get a bitch together. And that bitch in this, I guess, is going to be Erika. Oh, Chase is not happy. Sasuke is not happy. But at the actual party, Rena arrives and Garcelle and Cherie gets there. Garcelle is still not drinking. She's kind of just seems like she's like really upset. I mean, and rightfully so. But I don't know how much time has passed since that party. I don't know how many days, how many weeks it's been. So, you know, to me, honestly, seeing that, I was like, girl, are you mad? But you ain't that damn mad because you would have been talked to her. But it is reality TV, so hey, neither here or there. And so you see Erika arriving, and in the confessional, she makes a comment and says, you know, I'm not worried about this. I'm worried about this Haitian mama. And I'm like, okay, well, is Erika actually scared, or is she just playing that role? Because at the actual party, she's barely drinking. She doesn't want to drink. She's making a lot of statements that she's not drinking heavily. And then we see this scene that they didn't actually show us of Crystal talking to Erika, which I feel should have been a scene added in the episode. Yeah. I want to see Erika's response, like her whole response. You know what I'm saying? It may have helped her. But at this moment, we don't know what the hell Crystal told her. Crystal, she had ally one day, and then she not the next day. We don't really know. And so, you know, Garcelle and Erika, they don't really have words. They kind of talk about who's not going to be there. But it's very awkward, honestly. And I was waiting. I'm just sitting there waiting, like, okay, Garcelle finna check it. Garcelle finna check her. You know, like she said she was gonna do, but it didn't happen.
Because the mood was set. She had like an attitude, like she was like, I got you, bitch. That's what Garcelle was sitting there. It looked like she was sitting already.
Yeah, but
and I don't know what was disappointed in, that she didn't do it, or that Erika.
It's coming.
I think it's have the nerve to apologize.
So do y'all?
She hugged her, came right to that girl's face.
We don't.
Like,
I would say yeah, I mean, I feel like if I was
I think Garcelle was waiting. Garcelle was probably waiting for somebody else to bring up the conversation, or for Erika to bring it up. Garcelle is not the kind. Because I go back and forth, because her first or second season, Garcelle didn't instigate fights or drama, but this season she's been producer, throwing in shit, opening up, and then now I'm like. That's
why I'm like, where's producer Garcelle? Where is Garcelle?
There's your chance.
Where is Garcelle?
Where is Garcelle?
Just when you think Garcelle understands the assignment, she shows you that English. But
Garcelle's a great producer for other people.
But that's normally how it goes. The producers love to produce your mess, but they don't want nothing to do with their own mess. Listen, she came in that door, and again, she was, I'm going to beat her ass when she gets through this door. I'm going to beat her ass. And then when she gets to the door, she says, you want some champagne? I'm like, this mother.
Please.
I want to say this.
We left on a cliffhanger. There's more to the dinner next week.
I feel like later on, you saw I told her off. I told her, one drink.
Well, I was just going to say that, Danny. So Sammy says, he says, it was pathetic. You ain't told that damn lady not to speak to like that. So basically, y'all feel like Garcelle hyped up her speech.
Read it again, please. Read it again.
It was pathetic. So why you ain't told that lady to not speak to your child like that. I know Southern talk.
Sammy shook his head just like that, typing it. I know,
but she didn't, and she kind of did. I got Sister Reed. She made it. Sister Reed probably coming in was probably like, "Oh shit!" I know she checked her, because I feel like Sister Reed would have been like, "Well, damn, did you say something else? Is that it? I don't know."
Wait, OB, you're wrong for that. She is a sister, not a sister. And let's be very clear. I saw someone in the comments earlier, and I know people all over social media have said Garcelle does not have to respond in the way that we may be traditionally used to seeing Black housewives respond to things on television. Listen, Jamie always says that people are not a monolith, right? You know, listen, we have all types of people. We get it. But if you're not going to raise up about your children, when is it going to stand up?
Chase, I'm not expecting her to respond the way we want a Black woman to respond.
Would.
I'm expecting her to respond the way a mother would respond.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is your child. So if there's no argument or any moment you need to be whatever, it's for your child.
Respond the way Erika responded when Eileen said, "You worry about your son, right?" And Erika lost her fucking mind.
Respond the way that Kyle responded when Lisa Vanderpump brought up those rumors about Mauricio cheating on her that everybody allegedly know is true in front of Portia. And Portia was the only two and couldn't understand what the fuck was going on.
Respond the way Rinna responded when Garcelle had something about the bulimia
about
her daughter.
Yeah. Respond the way Nene responded to Shrek. Because what mother would have a child and I want her child to be the very best that she can be?
We have seen a lot of, and next week we might play a game because we've seen a lot of kids on these shows. We play a game in regards to mothers speaking up for their kids. We'll see. So to close out,
don't let them go to the store and steal. That's all I can say.
All right. To close out this particular scene, we'll let our callers on. Rinna asks about Garcelle asks about Diana and whether or not she told Sutton that she wasn't going to come to the event, and so Sutton says she didn't know, and Garcelle was like, you know what I call that? Rude, which is what she did last week. And Sutton says that she doesn't like passive aggressiveness, and Rinna's like, oh, is that what you're using? Like, basically the pot calling together like kettle, like, no way, you are passive aggressive. And so they go back and forth in this thing, and honestly I don't think Sutton's passive aggressive at all.
Lisa doesn't know the meaning of passive aggressive.
Yeah, Lisa's passive aggressive. Whole cast, they get a word and they don't never know the damn meaning. Or they make
where you at?
It's just too much. But she basically questions Sutton like, I heard you call her a motherfucker. And the episode goes off. And so it seems like Lisa's going to confront Sutton about it. We see in the preview of next week that Garcelle has some kind of conversation to Erika. But the most, to me, conversation I'm looking forward to is between Diana and Sutton, because I need Sutton to understand that just because you hug somebody, just because somebody apologizes, don't mean they off your bitch radar. That it does not work that way.
Mm-mm. And Diana is the one actually that's been passive aggressive.
Diana is the textbook definition.
Yeah, I agree. So
I need these ladies to get I'm sorry. The final thought is you ladies need to get a dictionary and look up the words before you come to say.
Absolutely.
But Diana's gonna try to spell dictionary D-I-C-K because she can't spell.
Or she's looking for her next payout.
I knew it. And Rinna probably thinks that she's passive because the last thing that Sutton passive over to her was that damn receipt bitch because I paid for that table. Did we ever find out if Rinna apologized?
At all. Rinna never apologized. She still is trying to own up to the fact that she bought those tickets. She just miraculously sat at that table. That's what happened.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I apologize. It was a thank you. That was the whole issue. Did she ever say thank you?
No.
Come on, Callie.
Not laughing.
I have the YouTube because sometimes I like to see all the comments. So I have the YouTube.
I have them up too. What did she say?
Callie said, "Where was Crystal to explain them big words?"
I just put on the screen. Exactly. Where was Crystal to explain about the big word? We didn't hear dark, passive aggressive. What was the other words we heard this season?
Gaslighter.
Gaslighting. It was just
I will
it's
say,
always something.
Let's have some gas and lighting. Go ahead.
I want to give Crystal a little bit. She looked very pretty
Stop.
at Garcelle's birthday party.
Next. We don't need that
She
shit.
looked very pretty.
You always feel the need to give her anything.
He always,
She's
that's
she's
that
the other
I'm going to tell you why you want to give her.
She's the other minority girl.
She's the other minority
girl. I want her.
I want right here on the show.
Y'all, Jamie is going to root for the underdog always. Let him root, please.
I want her to get back to her to the beginning, episode 1 of this season before it all went downhill.
It never happened. Sorry. What are you talking about?
Baby, Crystal is. I don't think she's going to return.
I don't
Sheree
think
has
so.
taken that diamond, my love. Sheree has been here for 2 episodes.
I don't think that either. But
Absolutely.
I don't think that either. But that's
I don't know.
Well,
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't think she ain't making that much of an impact. She just like, hey.
Well, first of all, Sheree definitely told Sutton, bitch, if you're invited to your house, you have to have a little bit more food than this. What is this?
Yeah. She did say that. She was
I'm
this all I
need? Ain't no food. And she was actually very comforting to Dorit. And I know that had to be the first time she heard that story because the other ladies were at the table like, oh my God, 8 episodes in. I want to fucking jump in this mud if I hear it again. And
all right,
because
Sheree
hadn't heard it.
We got a line out the building.
Sorry. The girls want to say.
So this is the time if you're watching right now where we actually let our callers, anyone who's watching can call in. I sent the link, and we're gonna let a few callers on to get their opinions and their thoughts. And our first caller is actually from I think it's a new caller because I've never seen it before, but it's gonna be Tawana. Hey Tawana, welcome to the link.
Hey Tawana.
Hi.
How are you?
I am a new subscriber. I just subscribed today.
Welcome.
Thank you. So I'll make it really quick, but I just want to say a few things. Number one, Erika was totally out of line about the way that she spoke to Garcelle's son, and Bravo has to do something about this. We cannot allow someone to verbally abuse a child on national television. They have to do something about that. The conversation that Kyle, Mauricio, PK, and Dorit had when they were laughing about the situation, that was absolutely disgusting. And Kyle totally lied, saying that she wasn't laughing at that situation, saying that she wasn't laughing at the child. She was laughing at Erika being drunk, and she didn't know what Erika said. That was a total lie because she repeated what Erika said to the group. The whole thing with Sutton and Kyle, I totally agree with Sutton. Kyle, she is just a mess. I really do think Bravo needs to. We have to lose at least 3 housewives going into next season, and I'm voting for Crystal, Diana, and Erika. Those 3 can go.
Dang.
And if Bravo wants,
Chase was waiting on somebody else.
If Bravo really wants to shake the table, I can also see them getting rid of Kyle and Lisa. I was disappointed that Garcelle didn't confront Erika about the situation, but then I also understand because if Garcelle reacts the way we all want her to react and go off on them, they would use that against, they would turn on their white woman tears and use that against Garcelle to get Garcelle kicked off the show. I think they want Garcelle to react that way so they can have a reason to get Garcelle off the show. But I do think at the reunion, Garcelle is, that might be her time to shine.
It needs to be.
It should be. She did a lot of producing this season, so and she had her own drama. So this should be, Garcelle's best moments. It should.
Yes, and especially if Cherie is there at the reunion to back her up, and Sutton is there to back her up, and maybe even Kathy Hilton at the reunion to back her up. That might be her time to really do what needs to be done.
Do her big
one. But Bravo needs to get it together.
Okay, Tawana?
Thank you for calling in, Tawana.
Thank you for calling in, Tawana. We got a few more callers.
Bye.
Okay, but feel free to call in.
Bye, sweetie.
All right. Our next caller is going to be. Is it Effie or is it just F? I don't know.
It's just Effie.
Okay, it's Effie.
Effie, hi Effie.
Hi, I missed you guys. It's been a long time.
It has been a while. How you been?
I'm good. I just have a few thoughts. So this week really triggered me watching everything that was happening on social media with Lisa, actually Diana, then Lisa, then Kyle. It was a lot, but I will say that Bravo, they need to, I said this the last time I called in, which was months ago. They need to read the room. Like, the fact that everybody universally in the entire world was roasting Kyle and Dorit, like, that should tell you something. It's not okay to talk to a boy, let alone a little black boy like that on national television and get away with it. And I feel like Bravo, they should have at least, I don't know, issued a statement. They should have made all of the cast members issued statements. And by statements, I mean like an apology, not that trash that Kyle wrote. I know that this is probably going to be Diana's last season. She needs to go. She should not have even been on the show. Lisa might need to go too. Like, she needs to be put on pause, like Dorinda from Housewives of New York. Like, I think Kyle, they're not going to get rid of her, unfortunately. But hopefully, maybe Netflix will read the room and Mauricio won't get his show. But I don't know. I feel like talking to a little black boy like that and not seeing that he's a child, that's racist. And as Danny said, everything feels a little racist. Now everything they do, before I wasn't looking at it as racist, but now I'm going to be like, yep, that's racist. That's racist too. Anyway, love you guys. Continue to get more likes, subscribers. You're the best.
Thank
you.
Okay.
Isn't she the sweetest baby? She's the sweetest baby.
Our next caller is going to be also a new caller. It is it Yajima? How do I pronounce it?
Well, it's Jahima.
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 You were way off.
I was. That's why I said correct me wrong.
It's my full name together, so I just kind of like together. I was playing a little bit with it. That's why.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah. What you got to say?
So I found you guys last week, and I was like, okay, as soon as the show finished, I have to check the guys. So I just wanted to let you guys know. I was like waiting. I'm like, come on, it's 9:05. Okay.
Thank you.
That was just waiting. Yeah, I just want to say that I really, really like you guys. You guys are like always on point and always making sense. Like, a lot of people out there are like, oh, no, you guys are making sense, bring a lot of good points, very rational, which is really cool. And I just like that. I enjoy you guys a lot. And I don't know why these women are just, I don't know, like every episode, I don't know what it is getting crazy and crazier. And it's like, yeah, it's good TV, but I don't know if it's the kind of TV that they like, or like how they're gonna look. I don't know. It's just looking. How did Sutton say? They're acting weird. Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It's
every episode.
It's Housewives. They are far from reality, but it's reality.
I don't know. I've seen the other shows, and I don't know, for some reason this one triggers me a little bit on the, I don't know, the wrong way. Like, I just want to punch somebody in the face, you know.
Diana, make it Diana.
No, she
gonna hurt her. Yeah, you know, she looks crazy, you know, so she might as well just get it for free, you know.
All right.
Okay.
But, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys this week. Bye.
Thank you. Listen, I will be afraid to punch Diana because she might accidentally lick my fist. I ain't got time for.
Oh, not she lick your fist. All right. Our next caller,
Danny, please.
Is going to be Megan. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Megan.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Of course.
Oh, I don't know. For some reason, I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear us?
Can I hear you? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It was me who was muted. My bad. Okay. I have a lot of points. I'm going to try to stay on, I'm going to try to be quick because I know there's a line. Okay. First of all, what Chase said, racism, I totally agree with Chase. I don't care what you think. Racism is here. It's everywhere. I call it the app in my phone that doesn't close. It's like, it's literally like a 24-hour convenience store. That's what racism is. Like it has a drive-through. There are rotating managers. Like it never closes. So when people are like, oh my God, we're going to make this about race. I don't like it. It just is about race. That's the only reason why Lisa Rinna used the word pose in her post instead of, what was the word? What she usually uses, like, can I curse? Bitches. She usually uses bitches, right? Like she says the B words, but she used hoes because she's.
Do you feel like she used the black scent, Megan?
Yes, Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
Wait, Rinna or Erika?
Both.
Rinna in her social media post.
Both.
Oh, with the was it pussy at hoes? What was it? Something like that.
Yeah.
She said hoes, and then she said P words later.
If you're triggered.
But I also feel like that's not really something, I don't know her personally, obviously, but that's not something that we've usually heard her use on this shows, because it's you are talking to a specific demographic of Black women. That's why you told them to go watch Dubai. So yes, it is racist. I don't care if your mom died, whatever, boo, 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 whatever. Anywho, yes, all I can say is I know that group chat without Crystal, Sutton, and Garcelle is popping. I know it's popping with racism. I know it's popping because, like, I feel like
they in there talking about.
I know they're
hot.
It's in there hot, and I feel like that's probably the only reason why Lisa posted anything, because I knew, like, after Diana posted that thing and she was getting backlash, that the group chat was probably like firing, like, why can't we post anything, like da da da, and that's probably why Lisa posted that. So I know, like, the group chat without them is popping with racism. And I wanted to say something with Kyle. We all know she's disgusting. Thank you, everybody is finally getting on the train. Yes, like toot, like, let's go. Kyle has always been this person. But it reminded me of something that Kathy said last season. She said that, like, yeah, but, like, you guys don't really know Kyle. And I was like, okay. So, like, what does that mean? I feel like there is an inner Kyle that's even more, like, bitter, that's even more, like, low, even more, like, just, like, gutter than we actually know. Like, when your sister says, oh, you don't know her for real, what that always means, like, you don't know how low she can go. When someone says that about, like, your sibling, when, oh, like, you guys don't know her for real, that usually means, like, there is a level of something that you guys are not privy to. So I feel like we're starting to see it. I don't know if this is Bravo's way of, like, slowly trying to get her off the show, who knows. But it's been time for her to go. And her husband, Dorit, and PK, Pig K, whatever you want to call it, Patricia K, like, that scene was just so, like everyone said, triggering. It's very triggering. Like, you're talking about a 14-year-old Black boy, and for her to say, like, it's, oh, I wasn't talking about, I wasn't laughing at Garcelle, Erika telling Garcelle's son to F off. I was laughing about her behavior. Well, the behavior was her telling the son to F off. So I don't understand what this, like, this you trying to, like, distinguish between the two. Yes, you are very good at spinning things, but you can't spin this. You can't spin this.
And her husband said you should cuss out. Erika should cuss out more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so on the reunion, I'm gonna need Mauricio. I need Mauricio's number right now, because, like, what is the reason? And that's why, like, listen, it's one thing if it's just, like, petty drama, but, like, this has been trending for days for a reason, because we are all hot. We are all hot and bothered. You do not come for Black kids. You don't do that. The adultification of Black boys and girls already happens. That's why they get stopped by the police more often. That's why they are targeted by authority more often. And that's why Erika, because this was not the little boy who could give her the D, let's be honest. That's why she didn't have the time of day for him, because it wasn't Oliver or the oldest son, because this little Black boy wasn't going to give her any sexual favors. So you have nothing to do with him. So you're going to shoo him away. But the older one you have all the time for, because that's the one that could give you something that you want and or need or something. I discussed it really is just like ugh, it was just like a bleh, like kind of like Chuck, I feel like vomiting kind of like reaction.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all I had to say. I don't even know where this franchise can go from here. It's 22 episodes. This is only episode 9. What's for us? Who knows? I don't know. And probably a 4-part reunion. So
oh my God.
Like Nene said, I'm so tired, yeah.
I'm so tired.
Megan, I gotta let you go. Okay?
Thank you,
Megan.
Megan. Great commentary.
We all agree. Doogie's a piece of shit.
All right, so we got 3 last callers on this line, but I only have 1 caller in my hand because
is it a loyal or is it a new?
1 new, 2 loyal.
Give it to the new.
Oh, give it to. Do you guys mind if we let a new person?
I wish we had time, but this discussion went on really good today, and so it caused us to go over longer. So, in the chat,
wasn't it?
Let us know who y'all want to give it to, the new or the loyal.
We gotta let Kyra on. Kyra Shaw, attorney at law. If it's Kyra, we gotta
I'm gonna give it to the new. I'm gonna give it to the new. And we're gonna go.
Not Nushka said take all 3. Nushka said everybody.
Come on, take all 3.
I know Nushka line.
Child, it's late in Atlanta. All right. What's going on, Quinn? Welcome to the lean.
Hi,
Quinn.
Hey, how are y'all?
How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good. I can actually finally catch y'all. I don't have work tonight, so I'm just gonna get my thoughts. So, first things first, Diana, I just don't think she actually knows how to operate as a housewife. She's used to operating as an elitist woman who can throw digs and then go back to her little castle and operates on passive aggressiveness, but thinks she's being aggressive for some reason when she's not. And so, honestly, I think she's kind of pointless and boring. I don't see why they added an 8th housewife, considering that season 11 went so well with the current cast. So, if anything, I think she's pointless. 2, Big Sut in training. I wish she didn't cry and give Diana her tears. And Kyle needs to be smacked down a lot of notches actually, because we've been talking about how Kyle and Garcelle are the producers, but they're very different. And I think that's different how they handle conflict as well. Kyle is an agent of chaos. She brings up mess and then tries to keep it there for as long as possible because she enjoys seeing the show going that direction and enjoys watching the women stir in the catty mess. Garcelle, she brings up the mess, but she wants it to go forward and lead to a resolution. And she's been like that ever since her first season. So people are looking for her to thrive off of conflict like a Nene or a Portia because we're so used to seeing Black women operate that way. But we're not used to Black women trying to bring up mess for there to actually be a resolution. If that makes sense. Because I just saw the sneak peek for next week and it shows like the conversation between Garcelle and Erika. And
so we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, exactly. And but Garcelle's always been that way. If you can tell, even earlier in the season when she's like, when Erika and Sutton started arguing, she's like, okay, you guys are being mean. This is pointless. She doesn't do the whole.
That's right.
I'm gonna.
So you say that Garcelle believes in conflict resolution?
Exactly.
Yeah. Not pointless arguing.
Yeah.
And we do remember 2 episodes ago, she told Erika she was annoying the fuck out of her.
Yeah, literally.
She did say that.
Good point.
And then as far as Erika being a hot mess, not even a pretty hot mess, I just thought it was very dehumanizing how she treated both Jax and Oliver. She treated Oliver like he was a piece of meat, and she treated Jax like he was just some kind of peasant.
Trash.
This Black boy doesn't need to be sitting here talking to me, get the F out of here. And I'm like, I know you would never speak to any of the other girls' children like that. So why are you speaking to Garcelle's son like that? And it made me uncomfortable. And what was sad is when Jax said, oh, it's okay. Remind him it's not okay that she spoke to you.
That was sad. You're right.
Yeah, I'm glad Garcelle said. I'm glad she said that. She emphasizes to him. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kyle, something I don't like about people in general is when they don't take accountability, they jump to an apology to avoid having to sit in their wrongness. And she did that with Sutton and also with Garcelle's son with her posts this week. And I'm just like, can't you like not sit in and try to, because she's trying to project an image of her being a nice girl. I'm like, that's not you, boo. We've seen you for this long time. You're not a good person.
And she didn't apologize to Garcelle, by the way.
She did not apologize to Garcelle. She just tried to make excuses for it as to why it's okay for a kid to get cussed out. So I don't know if it'll actually happen with Garcelle at the reunion. I don't know. I don't know if she'll cuss him out. I'm hoping she does, but we'll have to see. I don't have too much faith in her that she'll operate that way. Even though we'd love for her to be a Nene, she's not. She's a different Sag.
She's a different Sagittarius. She's very stoic.
She's a November Sagittarius. That's why. And then Candace and Nene, they're December Sages.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling. Okay, Quinn?
Thank you,
Quinn.
Thank you, Quinn. We appreciated it.
All right, thank you.
Can I say something really quickly?
Well, you do. Hold on, because I got a request in the chat. They said to let the last person know.
You better let the Lady K in the door.
But she knows she got 2 minutes.
Not the Lady K.
You let the Lady K. They said Kyra.
This is very mean.
I'll let Kyra on. So let's
this is very mean. I already talk fast, but someone said to talk fast. I'll try to work it out. I think people. Okay. I think also people forget that Garcelle let the door open for everyone to talk about how they might be uncomfortable being on a cast with a Black woman. And they all pretended that they weren't. Because on her first reunion, she said, I think they don't want to confront me because they are scared of Black Twitter. Now, on the 3rd season, Lisa Rinna is on Insta stories talking about if we come for Garcelle, all of a sudden we're racist. That means a hit dog will holler, because you had the opportunity to say, you know what, I might say something wrong, but I'm welcome to open the process. I'm welcome to building our friendship and really learning your culture or your experience. Instead, everyone wanted to act like they already know what's going on. The only person who doesn't do that is Sutton. She might I can appreciate Sutton maybe putting her foot into her mouth sometimes, but she'll take a moment afterwards and really have a conversation with someone, apologize on the show, in private, and in public, and actually move forward with people. And so that's why I feel like I can see Kyle, Rinna, Dorit being racist, or being able to be, or knowing that they have really strong bigot tendencies and not wanting to own up to it. I will say that. And then also I will say that sometimes it does bother me sometimes how people talk about Garcelle, because we say we don't want a token Black person, Asian person on the show, but then we only have them when we're expecting them to act in a tokenized way. And so on the sneak peek, we spent a lot of time talking about how we didn't like how Garcelle responded and not mostly focusing on what Erika did. And I do see a lot of people talking about that. And on the sneak peek, Garcelle has everyone in Sutton's living room sitting directly from Erika and saying, you will not disrespect a child, and you will not disrespect, most importantly, my child. And then Kyle jumps in and Garcelle says, why are you talking? Why are you in it? I'm not talking to you. So I think that Garcelle was not trying to have fodder. She didn't want to talk to Erika when she was drunk, because the whole point is, this is serious. I need you to be lucid, and I need everyone to be here while I'm talking to you.
Okay.
So I can respect that, because my thing is, like, not everyone acts the same. Not everyone's all about the cursing and all kinds of stuff. What I think is most important, we want her to handle it. And we see that she's handling it in her best way possible. I'm fine with that. And so I feel like she did, because she has everyone at attention, and she shut Kyle up. And even Cherie comes up and says, she wants you to be neutral right now. You don't need to talk. So that shows a lot.
Right, we gotta go. We want to watch the clip. We gotta go. No.
Shows a lot. And also one thing I know on my time. Jamie, you gave Crystal a point that she did not deserve, because when Miss Dirty Diana wrote her little post and said Crystal's not a liar, Crystal was in those comments saying, yes, correct, I'm not a liar. And then she deleted it afterwards. But she was in those comments.
Kyra, you spoke.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I wish I had more time, but Cortez is being mean to me tonight. Like, do what you are.
Oh my God. Thank you, Kyra. Thank you, Kyra, for calling in today. Next week, I'll make you the first one. If I forget, let me know.
We'll see.
Bye.
All right.
Okay, and that was Kyra. Kyra has, I think I said Kyra was, if not one of our first callers ever called in.
She has seniority.
Yeah, she called in when we first started the live show, so I always make sure she get on. So I had to let her in. The third person was actually our very own Mauricio. You can hear his opinion all the time, child, on Atlanta. as well. But Jace, you wanted to say something before we lean out? We didn't went over time. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to be very quick and say that you guys mentioned the girls coming into Sutton's home or whatever, and was it me or did Kyle, not Kyle, but Erika, like she smelled like a thrift store, like old spoiled milk and all those old ass clothes, and the first fucking Louis Vuitton handbag ever. Yes, vintage, but bitch, you look toe down. Somebody get this woman a check and ASAP.
Oh my God, they're tussling in the comments.
They are. Listen, tonight is the night of history for the leagues. That's not just because of numbers, because of the amount of people. You know, I have seen, you know, a lot of our like old viewers, new viewers, kind of like, as TK said, tussle. But
y'all
it's like an all fun game. You know what I'm saying? This is we on this panel. Like, if y'all see our group chat before we get on here, and talk about this stuff, all these conversations, especially race, it be going down in the group chat. So
absolutely,
seeing this in the chat between you guys is just normal. However, always remember to respect everybody's opinion, regardless. That's what we're here for. We welcome all. We're not one-sided.
Yes, like you always say, we actually sometimes we like our viewers to have not always have the same.
Right. Listen, if you like Diana, if you like Crystal, please watch. You know, that ain't gonna stop me from going in. However, I do like to see other opinions. And one thing that stood out from the person in here that said they like Diana is that they also said they like Garcelle. So that lets me know that they're not completely biased, and maybe they just found liking. So I like to see.
We aren't biased because me and Cortez last week gave Dirty Diana what she was due.
That's true. We did. We did.
So come on now.
Yeah, we did.
But we don't want on the show.
Oh, but when I say Crystal looks pretty, now I'm the bad guy.
Wow, you are. Wow. Cortez, let me do it.
Wow.
Go ahead. Okay, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. It was a long show, but it definitely was a really good show.
Thank y'all for sticking with us.
Of course, tomorrow we do Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip on Thursdays. Mondays are Atlanta. And then starting next week on Tuesday, we'll have Married to Medicine that'll also be live. So if you don't watch those shows, we'll see you next Wednesday, same time, every Wednesday, same time, same panel, unless someone is sick or out. Make sure y'all like this video, as I've said many times. Shout out to our very own Sammy, Jazz,
what is he talking about?
In the chat. And we'll see y'all next week, okay? Y'all have a good rest of y'all Wednesday. We'll not see y'all tomorrow. Lean out. Peace.